to OP Hour. Today we are doing the Moomin issue 85. Let's see what we're doing. Okay, we're going to be making a door and also a window, ground floor window for, I think I read this before, rear door or rear window. Oh, it'd be beside the rear door. Okay, yeah. Today is the last dragon in the world, and Moomin Troll likes him a lot. Oh, he likes Sunfin, Snuffkin, who's friends with Moomin Troll. Okay, dragons, they should do as they like. They're pretty fighty, you know. That's dragons. They're really nothing much. Maybe flighty instead of frighty. Even upside down, good times. Moon is in the Martians. Okay, breaking news. A UFO crashes in Moomin Valley. Oh, that sounds a fun episode. And then we have our instructions. And let me get this ready. So you know how much I love doing the windows, so it's all fine. Although the last one kind of turned out all right. So I have a confession. I picked this pack up and I dropped the whole lot. So I am missing kind of a really important piece, although I think I can have an alternative. I am missing the magnets. I have, not the magnets, the spokes to hold the door in. So I do have a way around it. I have even used a magnet all over my floor, but I have a grey floor and it really does kind of eat things. So let me put these back. I'm not going to need these straight away. Those are all for that. This is the window, the door handles, that's all fine. We are going to probably be wanting to paint some frames, so I'm looking at what we have there. I hope this isn't right because that looks like there's a piece missing, doesn't it? No. Let's have a look. Let's see if I'm missing one of those. Oh, you know I am. Missing one of these as well. No, two. I shouldn't have this one. Well, I wonder if that would replace that other one in that other... No, it's for the door. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, it's because it's white. So, windows. Windows. So those will need painting, like we've done in the past. And just again have them the opposite way. So for me, I'm just going to put it with the things together. Also a bit of a different size this time as well. Anyway, and then also the inside piece where, let me zoom you in, gosh guys, probably struggling to see that, and the inside piece with the ledge you will need to paint. Bear with me. Wow, they're getting really good on spam calls. Okay, so they said, I want to talk to you about a job. Please add me on WhatsApp. Sure, anytime. Right, and then we are going to want to dye the door as well, so we'll get all that done. And what we will actually need for the door is one of these frames. I'm going to be careful this time because I screwed up the last one. So you've got an outer and an inner. Oh, let me see if I can tell the difference. It's really hard to see the difference. Okay, so they both, this one doesn't have any notches at all, whereas this one does have an edge. Not that you can tell which one's which actually in the photo, the picture I'm putting it together. So let me see if I can see it better this way. Okay, moulded surface forward. Okay, I think it's that one is the outer and this one's the inner. And we start with the outer. Okay, which we will cut the bottom off. So this is to do with the window. Just trying to separate out the pieces here. That's to do with the door as well, but that'll be the inner door, so we won't even be using that today. That's probably the door stops. Let's see. Okay, difference between the frames is one is wider than the other. Oh, what do you know? So they are. And the inner one is the narrower. So we picked right. There you go. Got it right. And then we'll be chopping off the bottom of that one. We will be using this with the thing to one edge. We will be putting on the door frames. I'm just trying to see if we're going to be painting any of this. Yes, we will. We are going to be painting these little strips once they're in, so I will get that done first. Right, first things first, I am going to get the painting done. I think this part is also for the door, which I sent to the plastic. Hey, got the plastic. Just not the nails. And the funny thing is, the only section left is this tiny one, which means they weren't bagged, and that would be really unusual. Let me go rescue my dog. She's annoying the others. So yeah, so I don't know about the things. I've left it quite some time in case it popped up, but I'm just not seeing it. So let me get these painted, and we will make a start. Oh, first things first, by the way, make sure you separate these two tiny strips out and sand them down. Just hold them very carefully so you don't break them. Shouldn't need too much sanding. One sec. The love of having a puppy. It's really windy here today, so I don't have all my doors open, so she just can't go out when she wants to. Fortunately, she does let me know. She doesn't bark at the door, she comes to get me. It's kind of nice and polite, isn't it? Alright, so I'm going to get my marker pen and just paint these, and I don't know which side. So it actually wants you to paint these once it's installed with the other paint, but I think it's kind of easier just to do it before. And the markers will need 2 coats, so I'm going to get on and do all that. Alright, they have had 1 coat, so I'm going to start to put the frame of the door together. Suddenly remembered I hadn't done the door. Anyway, so there is a short end and long end. You can see this one's quite short here, and this is long. You want the long to be up this way, like so. They are white. You want the white in the front, so opposite of what I was going to do. And we are going to be putting this door frame with the white inside, and the white is going to go. Now this is confusing to me. Oh yeah, that's right. The white goes this side. Okay, so I'm going to do this one slightly different. I'm going to do it the way that's always worked for me on putting indoors, especially as the fact that I'm challenged that I've lost the bits that go in the door, which is a bit unfortunate, to say the least. So I'm going to do it a different way to what the book tells me. But generally it works quite well. Okay, so because I've painted those strips first, then this will especially work really. I think. Just checking myself now. Right, it's like the door. Right, so what I am going to do, sorry about that noise, I know what it is, it's when I've got another program open, that's exactly what it is. Anyway, what I'm going to do for my pins is just use a normal pin, and it fits through the holes, and then use snips basically to get them cut off. So I'm actually, before I do anything else to this, I'm going to get this door done and on. Let me see which whole side it is, because I find putting on the bottom is easier, and with us not having any painting to do, because I've already painted the strips which we are going to need, although they need another coat, but they're not going in yet anyway, then this way it works so much easier. Okay, so I've got a pin in here, cut to size. I'm going to put one in the bottom as well, and then I'm going to put the bottom of the frame on and make sure that I catch it. I just took it out with my hand. just make sure that this goes on correctly with it going through the hole, and then I will cut it to size. And get this side on as well. So like I say, this is definitely not the way they tell you to do it, just so you know. Can't say that enough. It's not the way they tell you. Just make sure it's in enough before you cut it. So push it down like I was saying, and then I'm going to put B7000 on the bottom to make sure it doesn't come out. And I see the top part has caught hair, and then I'm going to follow the instructions of what they've given me. So this way I don't have to worry about getting the pins in once it's all constructed. Alright, moving right along. So we've done that. We are now going to put those strips in, and they have to go not on the rounded side, so they're going on this side, just along here. And we're going to get some wood glue in for that. Now if you haven't painted your strips, you can't use that method. Just generally, I've just always found it easier that way. I'm just going to get that in there. That wasn't a very good line. I'll get these strips in, and then they get you, once they're in, to paint them, which I don't have to do. That one needs to go up a little. Okay, now we'll do the other side, which is the one where the door moves. Well, the door moves on both sides, but you know what I mean. It's the stopper. Okay, I'm just going to clean that up on the inside. It's got a bit of extra glue it doesn't need. Okay, and then next it wants you to put the frame on, and this will be going on the other side, which I can do from, I don't want to do just yet because it's going to catch that, so I'm going to leave that a moment or two. I'm going to tell you what I will do, put these door handles on. So I've got some door handles. I thought I'd lost them then. So like I say, if you do lose the pin, it isn't end of the world. You can use bobby pins. It's not perfect, but you can. I lost one part of it. I'm sure I'll find it. Don't think it went on the floor, and that's the main thing. So I'm just going to use B7000, make sure that I get the handles on the right way, which is opposite to your pin. So I'll have one here pointing inwards, roughly halfway-ish, so somewhere like that. And then we will put this to one side, let that all dry up, and then I will get and put that frame on. And put that there, like so, and then roll it on over, which I don't overly want to do because of it still drying, but it looks like it's more complicated, doesn't it, than what they do really. But it, I mean, I just always found it simpler. Okay, and make sure it's roughly lined up with the other side and straight. So it needs to go a little bit higher. Not twisted on me. So did that one. Right, and I'm just going to put that up there, out the way. Okay, next we are going to work on this window, so I'm going to leave all the door stuff to one side, and we are going to work on this. So we are using the make sure which side's which. Oh, they're the same, so it doesn't really matter. You just want the circular side, this side, to be on the outside like opposite of what I just did. You know how many times I probably say that in my videos, and you don't want to do what I just did anyway because you want it on the inside. So yeah, I could do it that way. It's a tight fit. And the same with the other side. Just make sure the white's on the inside, what you painted. Otherwise it defeated the purpose. And this is the opposite side of how I need it. So you can come off again. Go on that side. It's a tight fit. It's better. Well, I put it inside, we're fine. And then we are dealing with the window. So similar to before, a little bit of plasticky glass. I'm going to put it on, so it's got two sides that it sits on. It's got the curved side here and the flat side. And we want the window on the flat side. For me, easy giveaway is it's got some little bubbles here, and I just put the glue on that side. So let me have my favourite part, which is getting the little plastic bits off of this. Well, it's my favourite part when I can do it. There we go. Oh, it wasn't all the way up, that one. How weird. The enjoyment was over too quick. I left my glue lid on. Off, even. Opposite of what I said. And like we've done before, a little bit in each corner. Just a tiny bit. And B7000 works quite well for this. And then we turn it upside down to put it in the frame. Doesn't look like it's in all the way. There we go. So let me put a lid on this first. What have I done with the lid? Oh. Okay, good. Glad you saw it. You saw it before I did, see? And then get that plasticky glass stuff. Try and line it up first time as best you can, which that was a terrible drop. And then use wood glue in here for your window. We can actually put the whole of this one together. I'm thinking of the other windows we've recently been doing, but this is not one of those. So just make sure the curved side's up. Don't do what I just did and moved it all. These are so much tighter than before. But it's the decorative part that I normally have trouble with, not this part per se. Lots of glue there. Wasn't even all the way down. Right, get glue all over my paper. And then we're going to put this one in here and make sure it puts the plastic side down. Like so. Try not to touch it too much. Alright, and that can go to one side to dry for a bit while we do the frame, and that door will be ready to do stuff with too soon also. So let's look at this frame. It has all the extra pieces on this one. I guess all the ones on this particular floor are going to be like that. So let me get this on as well. Let me get some tacky glue ready because that worked quite well, didn't it? So this we need to cut out. So let me get that done. And this side. And you don't need those pieces. But you do need to thin it down. Or is it the other way round? No, it is the other way round. You need the two ends that I just threw to one side. It's these ones that you need. Wow. It's a long day. What can I say? Time for me to make something to eat. Alright, so that's better. Now we're going to start with this piece here. Make sure I've just got one with the surface lines forward, and we are going to stick the bottom piece on, and you can tell that piece because it looks like this. It's the curved one, like that, and that will go on the bottom like so. So and this is the one with the windowsill, so make sure you have it like this, so you've got a surface area at the top as well. So I'm going to get my tacky glue for this because that did work quite well, and I've got some clamps here ready, but I can't do it with the windowsill because with the windowsill it doesn't work so well, it's too thin, so the clamps don't work very well. And I'm going to pop the clamp, just get on with both the covers on, so get rid of some of the glue. Bah, humbug. You know that's not really what I want to say, don't you? And that one's on, and then we're going to put the, what are we doing with the top? Then we got the step looking one, like this one with the steps, is going to go up here with the flat part to the top. So I'm going to get that on, and we'll get that drying, and then I'll put this to one side and we go back to the door. Lots of back and forth. So you want the flatter side going up of this. Need to feed the dogs as well soon. Time's run away with itself today. Basically you want to get it to curve in the middle. Not do that. And once this is lined up, I'm going to put this to one side and we'll work back on the door. It should be fine. Moved so much when I put the clamp on. Well, that clamp was on particularly well. There we go. Okay. Alright, what we are going to do is put the door frame on. Make sure that these are all okay. Yeah, fine. Not pushing this door in because that was still a little wet. Good times. This is why I stick it upside down, but I didn't. So I'm going to put it all the way along the edge. Here. And the bottom piece needs to be taken off, and I've forgotten to do that. So let me get that done as well. That would explain why it wasn't working quite so well. So this is the outer frame. Made sure I got it right this time, she says. And sand it down. I'm getting too much on my desk. And then put it, and you want it with the line going forward. Like so. And then we want to hold this down so it bends. So I have to go and get some more clamps. Only got one here. Right, let me get that. Okay, so I'll put this on here. Basically, I've got two of the bigger frames at the opposite each other. Actually, I probably should just put it on the top because that's the bit that needs to bend. And then this will line up with here. Right, I've realigned it. Okay, and I'm just going to put the two bigger ones, like I say, at the top, and the smaller one at the bottom here. And that is the door frame for the moment. And now I'm just going to kind of let everything do its thing and dry, and then we will come back a little later and put that right. And in the meantime, I'm going to go and sort the dogs as this one comes off. Well, that was taken actually, so maybe we'll get our window done. It went up a little bit on here, this top part, but it's kind of okay. So attaching, or is it? Let's put this back on. Okay. Okay, so we are then going to do our windowsill, which is it this one? Yep. So I'm just going to use some beacon. Make sure the round side is all facing the same way. So you want it going opposite way to how I'm holding it. So like this. And to the edges of the frame part. And this bit I can't secure it well with clamps. Oh, I could have done with a little bit more on the bottom too. Sad face. I thought it was done, but it is not. But I might be able to do it like this. I'm not going to be able to do it like that, am I? No. Alright, I'm going to put this clamp back on this bottom piece and leave it longer, and we will continue. Don't want that one anyway. I want one with the two things. Right, this one can have it on the end, back there. Okay, and that can go with the door to dry. Alright, I will catch you in a few. Alright, that has had time to dry. Doors in, we'll finish that first. Frame, solid. Really happy with that. Okay, so I have to do quite a bit of work on this, but very little work on this. So this one, I believe, all I have to do is put a strip, not that one, this one, with the end like that, on the top here, and I will get that done and clamp it down. Just going to use, I think I'll use a bit tacky. Could have used wood glue for this, won't matter really. And it's just gonna, can't see me anyway, gonna go on the end here, and I will get that clamped, which did I bring clamps with me? No. Does it need clamping? Yes. Alright, bear with me. Okay, and as I move it totally, just hold it both sides and get one in the middle there. And put it to one side. Okay, I think we're getting better. Well, that was the door, never mind. Right, the window as far, so that's the door finished, and that's the back door. I actually don't know that the front door is going to be much prettier, but I believe that's the back door. I don't think I'm going crazy. Okay, just make sure that this is right. I noticed when I was watching one of the other videos, I actually had, even though I told everyone to put it one way, I actually did the other. But I rectified that. Get the dust out. It's been sitting for several hours. Shouldn't have that much dust unless you have dogs, and then you seem to have a lot. Okay, so with this we are then going to not put it on there. We will be putting, what piece first? It's called a pediment, and it will just go on here at the top here, and I'll put the windowsill on. So, and I'll be able to just leave this all to dry, because the windowsill I can't put any clamps on, because it just bends everything really. And that's the windowsill. I just can't get a good enough grip on it really with the clamps. I'm sure there's a better way, but this will be fine. It's kind of shaped that way anyway now, so it should be alright. It's a little bit off, but very little, and I don't think it's going to matter too much. Right, don't touch that end, don't touch it. I was just looking at it like, well, it's gone over the edge. Of course it's gone over the edge, it's meant to go over the edge. Right, and then that one here, like so, and then this could do with a little clamp maybe, like down here you can see that there's a gap there, but we are going to be covering that up with these little pieces. So they want you to stick them together first. I'm probably not going to do that. So you want the curved side going towards the back, so it would be something like this, so that it goes against the doll's house correctly. And then I'll tidy up all this glue, and I'll probably give it some small clamps, and we should be good. So which one first? Probably the other one. Because I'm doing it the wrong way. So we'll go in here, and you just want it to be level with the back of the house, the back of the frame house. And then this one, we'll slide up to it. Let's get a little bit of glue on there. There's plenty there to spare, so that it's level at the back. That moved. Don't know that I will be able to clamp this actually. And like so. Okay, windowsill, come off. And then I will just put this to one side, and it will be fine. Just press it down. Make sure that it is even on the back. Put the windowsill back in, and that is this issue done. And that is 85. Right, let's put them to one side. Quite happy, and maybe going forward I'll be able to do it. And it's amazing how many things you spot. Like, I look back at these videos and it's like, well, could have done this, could have done that. I'm just going to put that there. I'll move in a second. Right, so what have we got coming up in 86? So 86 will have, oh, we're building a pier that leads from the bathhouse to the sea. Okay, so I'm guessing we're going to be building a bathhouse too. I don't recall seeing that, but I guess I still don't see it. I guess it is there. So that's what we're going to be building. So that's very different to working on the house. So it's going to be standalone. Should only need, by the looks of it, wood glue. I bet we're going to be staining this. So we'll be dyeing it, painting for those following the proper instructions. Dyeing it is a lot easier and it doesn't leave residue for where it connects and things like that. So I will probably get all this dyed first. Anyway, that's what we have coming up in 86. So thank you very much for watching. I hope it is helping you with the build. And if you do have any questions, then please leave it on Oakley Hour at no, you can leave it in the comments section, or you can email me at oakleyhour@outlook.com, and do like and subscribe. Then you can get updated of new content as it arrives, and yeah, I appreciate it. It really helps the channel. So please do take care of yourselves. That's the most important thing. Take care.